Hi everybody. I was thinking during the pandemic it would be nice to share a dish. So it'll help us all stay in touch and share our recipes with each other. I'm making a gumbo. I got the recipe from someone online and it's a pretty good recipe. I currently have my roux ready and I'm going to start to add my other ingredients. The first ingredients I'm going to add is onions and celery. It's 2 cups of onions and 1 cup of celery. And you really have to do your roux for a while to get it like a dark brown color. Next I'm going to add my peppers. It's best to pre-cut all of your ingredients ahead of time, and it really saves a lot of time. I have red and green peppers here. You could also use poblano peppers according to the recipe, but I couldn't find any, so I'm going with the red and green peppers. And it's going to make a very nice roux. It's going to add to the roux at this point. So you stir this around a bit, and you really should turn the pot back up a bit so everything can meld together. I also did fresh garlic, which I'm going to add. And I don't think I want all of it because garlic is pretty strong. I'll just add some of it, but the recipe definitely calls for it. But it's a very nice color and it smells delicious. So I'm still stirring, Just keep stirring it till things start to cook. I'm going to turn my flame up a little bit more just to get things going. As you can see, it's now a very brown color. When I started out, it was beige. It was just corn oil and flour. 3/4 cups of oil, 1 cup of just regular flour. And you just stir it for a while until it turns a dark brown. And this is really smelling good. So you just continue to stir. And the colors start to change. It calls for 1.5 quarts of water. So I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to add the sausages. I cook the sausages just a little so they don't go in raw. And I just used the Polska kielbasa, hope I said it right, sausages to go in there. Again, if everything is done ahead of time, it makes it that much easier. Now I'm going to add my water, which is 1.5 quarts, and that's 6 cups. Here's the first one. I'm going to turn the flame up more, and you stir everything in just to get it to loosen up. It's best to use cold water so you don't get clumps. And as you can see, everything is starting to break apart and give you a very nice color. I'm going to put my 2nd cup of water in, and this is also 3 cups. And you just keep stirring. Make sure you have a pot that's big enough to handle everything that's going in. My sausages are starting to cook inside the gumbo. You can actually put anything you want in the gumbo, but I'm going to follow the recipe, which is sausages, shrimp, and chicken. And the recipe that I saw, he put okra in, but I don't like okra. So if you like okra, you can add that. If you like crab legs, you can also add that. And I want to get this up to a nice boil so things could really start to cook. Hope everyone is well during this time. And as you can see, it's starting to get some heat and it's starting to boil a bit. You have to just keep stirring to make sure everything moves around. Still stirring it, making sure really it's coming together nicely. I would put a cover on it, but I still have ingredients to add, so I'm not going to put the cover on at this time. So, I would love to have some of you cook some of your recipes so everyone could learn different recipes and different things to cook during this time. This is a large portion of gumbo, so I'm definitely going to share it out to probably my son. Right about now, I'm going to add the chicken. The chicken is cooked already. It called for rotisserie chicken, but I couldn't find one. So I made my own chicken. I baked a small chicken. It was a whole chicken. And I just took the breast meat off. So I'm going to add the chicken to this. And again, everything is pre-sliced and cut up already. So that doesn't hold you up when you're doing the gumbo. And it smells delicious. I'm going to adjust the pot a little to make sure it's properly over the flame. And right now it's really on a high heat. The shrimp I'll add last. I pre-cooked my shrimp a little, but because I did do that, I'm going to add the shrimp when the gumbo's almost done. And one other thing I forgot is my seasonings. I put them all together. I have bay leaf, black pepper, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, thyme, and some chicken bouillon. And the chicken bouillon helps to thicken things up. And you have to make sure when you're cooking it, you don't break up the bay leaf, because the bay leaf does not stay in there. You have to take it out when the cooking's done. But the chicken bouillon does definitely add to a flavor. As you can see, it's starting to thicken up. So I almost forgot to add the seasonings, even though they were off to the side. And this is starting to look really good. And it smells delicious. So the last thing I'm going to add is the shrimp. But I'm going to wait a bit until this cooks a little bit more. Just about ready to be served. The recipe that I looked at did not call for it. I'm turning the flame up a little. But I'm going to add some diced tomatoes to it. I think it would really enhance the flavor. You just dump them right in. Stir, stir, stir. And since everything's already still hot, it will cook into the flavoring really quick. Since we're at the last leg of the gumbo, I can add the shrimp in. And the shrimp I pre-sauteed for a while because I didn't want them to just go in bland. So the shrimp I'll add in. I use jumbo shrimp and I cut them in half. And these are the shrimps going in. And since they're already been pre-cooked, going into the hot liquid, it will cook up pretty quickly. And in case you're wondering about the pineapple, pina colada's on deck later. And I didn't mean to pull the leaf out. So as you can see, everything is all together at this time. The shrimp, the tomatoes, the sausage, and the chicken, and all the other flavorings. And you could see it's very hot. So at this point, I'm going to serve up some into a bowl. Excuse me. And corn muffins or cornbread is a very good side for this. So you can see it looks really good. And I made a bit of a mess, but there you have it. Gumbo. I'm going to call out a few people to post their recipes online. Amanda Davis, Lisa Oglesby, Kelly Cullen Brown, and anyone else that feels they want to share a recipe. I look forward to seeing it. Take care. Bye.